Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. I'm sitting down today in a different spot because my legs are a little shot today. I did them jump squats, I did the barbell squats, some calf raises. Today was leg day. I was doing a lot of leg stuff, leg presses and all type of stuff. So my legs, my glutes are feeling a little tight right now. So I'm sitting down and give you guys some news about the Steelers. Of course, had that joint practice with the Bills. And look pretty good out there. The Steelers look pretty good, defensively, offensively. As you guys know, there's not no footage on it because they can't record that right there, those sessions. So those not open to the public. So I was following, of course, Nick Fairbar. He always have all the stuff like that up to keep everything up to date. So I was following him and seeing all the stuff he was posting and stuff like that about the things that was going on. So we're gonna dive into some of the stuff that he was talking about. Okay. He said Dante Jackson is back in pads today. It's good to see Dante Jackson back out there. We know he's going to be a viable piece for our defense. He's a cornerback. Good man to man. Had the speed and stuff that he has and can match against different guys and stuff. I think Corey Trice might beat him out for cornerback too for a poised position. But I think early on, he's probably going to start with Dante Jackson. He said TJ Watt doesn't let TJ Watt participate in the joint practice today. He's in street closer. They had TJ Watt out there, just watching from afar. I don't know because of injury purpose or they just don't need him to compete. We've seen what TJ Watt did to the Bills before. We've seen what he did to the Bills many times like that. The last time he played them, the strip sack against Josh Allen, the big time sack, he had like 2 or 3 sacks in that game. So we know he can do against the Bills. The 7 shots drill came up. He said Zach Frazier is running with the first team. As you guys know, Herbig did get injured, but anyway, even if he didn't get injured, hopefully he comes back healthy. But even if he didn't get injured, Zach Frazier is going to be the starter. I think Zach Frazier has proved it. He proved in preseason and training camp. Every time he got out there, positive things happen. He was able to bring a different force, bring a different level to him, to our team as well. And we also drafted him second round. So I don't think we just drafted a guy that high up for him just to be sitting on the bench, like to ease himself in. Just throw him out there to fire. That's the best way to teach people sometimes. They do the babies when they try to teach them how to swim. They just throw them in the water like that. They just turn over and float up like that. But yeah, just put him out there. I think he said the Steelers offense tries to run a pitch to Najee Harris, but Wilson skips the pitch off the ground, and then the Bills are up 1-0 in the 7 shots to first start it off. He said Russell Wilson steps up in the pocket and fires it to George Pickens for a touchdown. He could almost got sacked on that play like that, because they give him time. They don't hit the quarterback in the play, but the drill will give you time. You'd be like, okay, he's coming in, he's blitzing in, it takes about 4 seconds. Like, you're gonna get sacked eventually. The guy getting through. But it said touchdown George Pickens. George Pickens have had great connection, I think, with all of the all the quarterbacks really like that. I think he had good connection in practice with, of course, Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. He's been doing a good job with both of those guys like that, just going out there and just making plays. And last year he played with like Mr. Trubisky. He played with Mason Rudolph did a pretty good job at the end of the year. Played with Kenny Pickett as well. So he's like, hey, I can get 1,000 yards with like 3 different quarterbacks of that tier. I can definitely get some big time numbers and make some big time plays with these guys on the higher tier. So it's good to see George Pickens building this type of chemistry with these guys. Also we see Russell Wilson. They said RPO fires it to Dez Fitzpatrick on a slant. Steelers up 2-1 now. Jalen Warren takes the handoff. The Bills stack it up for a loss 2-2. As you guys, I think somebody mentioned too as well. They said that the run game didn't really do too much in the joint practice. It was kind of like getting stagnant and stopped a lot. Yeah, I think we got to work on that a little bit. The Bills are getting through. Now, we did have some big time plays in the run game. They said Najee Harris in the first 11-11 play, he had a 40-yard rushing touchdown against the Bills in the joint practice. So that was big time to see. Najee Harris did lose some weight, so he should be moving faster and be more explosive as well. So I think he'll go out there and be pretty nice. Justin Fields, they said the next play, read option gets the Bills biting, and then touchdown to Fields on 3-2 Steelers. Steelers go under center and hit a play action in the flat for Corey Patterson. Patterson in the end zone for the touchdown. Steelers up 4-2. And then on the last one, Fields in shotgun. Steelers run a PA. Fields sidearms it to Scotty Miller for the touchdown. Steelers offense knocks off the Bills defense 5-2. So big time stuff. So thanks to Nick Fairbar keeping us updated on Twitter like that. But that was cool to see. So the Steelers offense did a good job in dominating the 7 shots drills versus the Bills, making plays. Now, of course, 7 shots, people get a lot of time to throw the ball and stuff, so ain't the full explanation. But we did see some 11-on-11. Like I mentioned, Najee Harris in that big time run. We also seen some other things too as well. Different one-on-one matchup reps. Said that Marvin Leal had 2 immediate wins on his one-on-one reps. Using his arms and stuff like that. Marvin Leal is a very versatile piece. He's playing, I think, outside linebacker now, especially since Golden retired. So having Marvin Leal out there, he's a guy who can just make plays like that because he has the long arms, he has the body to be he has the body. He can play like all around the line, like a little fluence. But since he's a little on the smaller side too, they put him at the edge rush. I think it's his best spot to play. And he looked pretty good in preseason. He had the big time sack against Davis Mills, getting through there, getting through the defense. So I think, hey, he might be a guy who might surprise some people. Remember, I had on my list too, on my on the other channel, on my Arsenal D.B channel, talking about DeMarvin Leal, talking about a lot of different underrated players, Corey Trice as well, some players who might surprise you this season and make some big time plays for our team. Also, they see talk Patrick Queen as well. Patrick Queen locking up Dalton Kincaid on the wheel route, and they say also Patrick Queen was just showing out, in coverage. He did a good job today in joint practice and coverage like that, guarding tight ends and doing different things. So we finally have somebody who can go out there and actually guard tight ends. We struggle with that a lot. Tight ends used to kill us every time we play different teams. The David Njoku's, the Mark Andrews, different players used to always get us because we kind of struggle with that. We had guys who could maybe keep up with them, but was too small, and guys who was the same size as them, but was too slow to keep up with them. So now we got Patrick Queen, who has the speed to match them and the size to be physical, just as physical with them and make some plays. So it's good to have a guy like Patrick Queen, and you also got a guy who's learning under him as well, and Peyton Wilson, who's going to be right there with them. It could be a nice piece for us and make some big time plays for us as well. So we got some guys on our team. We got to load it up a little bit this year. Roberto Jones had a good showing on one-on-ones as well. They was talking about Van Jefferson as well. Nick was Fairball was talking about Van Jefferson, saying that Van Jefferson was getting open all types of time in practice, making a lot of different plays in practice, and just getting open and being this consistent, reliable target. As you guys know, he's a speedster type. And actually, let me pull up Van Jefferson's stats. So he played for the Rams. He played for Rams, Falcons, and somebody else before. Let's pull Van Jefferson numbers up. Van Jefferson, let's pull you up. Van Jefferson, let's see his stats. He played for he's 28 years old. He played for the, he played for Falcons? He played Falcons last year, okay. Yeah, with the Rams, he played from 2020 to 2023. His best year came in 2021 when he had 50 catches for 802 yards and 6 touchdowns. No, the previous years he haven't had the biggest numbers like that. He played on 2 teams last year. He played with the Rams and Atlanta. He had 209 yards last year. Didn't score. But you look at his yards per catch, because he really didn't catch that many passes. That's not actually pretty solid. I think this year he might get utilized a lot more. But he's been nice. He's been nice for us in training camp, in preseason as well. When the bench crossed the route, he caught and stuff. So he's been making plays. So I think he's gonna be a nice piece. He might be a receiver too. Just now, when Wilson was at practice there, and as well at joint practice, he wasn't practicing though. He was on the sideline just catching kind of small stuff. The boot is off. I mentioned before, the boot is already off. So he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be playing Saturday, because the way he was moving, I don't think he's playing Saturday. He might. You never know. Like that. Maybe next week we'll see him, or maybe when the season starts, we'll probably see him out there. Maybe he's gonna take things, but yeah, they did pretty good. Steelers did pretty good with some of the drills and stuff. Joint practice. I think joint practice, if I'm mistaken, is still going on. But I want to talk about some of the stuff I was seeing, like 7-shot stuff, a little bit of 11-11 stuff. They're working on the special teams right now. Yeah, they have special teams. They're working on some of that stuff right now. And some cornerback one-on-ones as well. I said Corey Trice is getting a lot of first-team reps at cornerback. Said Jackson is being limited, of course, because off the injury a little bit. So Corey Trice might take his job in spot. I think Dante Jackson will be utilized a lot since he's a veteran in his league and stuff. He's still a pretty solid player, but Trice could be the guy, initial guy you bring out there and just start right off the back and stuff and see what happens. Last year, I think it would have been special for us, but he got banged up. Remember, so we had to run with Levi Wallace. That'll be our cornerback. But now I think this year, Corey Trice coming to the play. You got Dante Jackson. You have a little bit more versatility. Braylon Arnold, Bishop Jr. as well. We got a little amount of depth in the cornerback room a little bit. We're gonna see how these guys kind of merge. Now I have to discuss, of course, Brandon Aiyuk. He's kind of like part of the deal. I'm getting tired of Brandon Aiyuk Saga. Now, him coming to the Steelers would be great, but we keep seeing like the same stuff over and over, like the same stuff. People keep bringing the same articles over and over and just rewording them. Be like, oh, the Steelers and Brandon Aiyuk got a deal in play. The Steelers and Brandon Aiyuk got a deal in play, but missing one piece. The Steelers and Aiyuk has a deal going on, but they're just waiting for the opportunity. Like, it's the same stuff over and over. So like, they keep doing these alerts and stuff, saying Brandon Aiyuk stuff. Just make a decision. I think this is not like like one of them college students or high school students that do the little decision, putting the hat on, like, now I'm gonna take it off. Put the hat back on, I'm gonna take it off. Like, they make a decision. Choose a college and come on. They're wasting time like that a little bit. So make a decision, Brandon. You either staying with the 49ers. Most likely, I think he's gonna stay there. But you stay with the 49ers, or you want to get trade to the Steelers and work some type of deal out. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. But one thing I do know is that the news gotta come to an end eventually. Like that preseason is still going on. They don't want this news to be plaguing the whole time like that too, in the regular season like that. I think most likely he's going to be playing for the 49ers at the regular season start. I think so. We'll see what happens. But the Steelers not going to give up too much. They're like, hey, we can just wait till him in the offseason. He still want to play here real bad. So in the offseason, we can kind of like wait till he become a free agent and then try to bring him on. We still got pretty solid receivers in our room. George Pickens is an absolute beast. I think if you actually ask me, Pickens or Aiyuk, I think Pickens is a better player than Aiyuk. To be able to play with the quarterbacks he played with and still be productive and versatility. Taller than Aiyuk as well, I think. And I think he's a better player than Aiyuk. Aiyuk might be a better route runner, of course, in a sense, but I think Pickens is one of those players who's just a playmaker guy. Like I mentioned many times, he turned a 50-50 ball to a 60-40 ball or a 70-30 ball. He can make big time plays down the field. So I think Pickens is better than Aiyuk. So I think Pickens will be wide receiver A. And Aiyuk could be wide receiver B. People might kind of like say, oh, Aiyuk is better than Pickens, but actually, if you watch both of their play style, I think Pickens' play style is a little more impactful. So we'll have to see what happens. I know the Steelers, they have a report that they say they want to pay George Pickens as well. So hopefully they do pay him. It's like we do get both receivers, you pay both guys. Or just next year, we just see what happens. I think Wilson might be a guy who can emerge. Van Jefferson, like I mentioned before, he's 28 years old. He had a year where he had 800 plus receiving yards. He might be a guy that emerges as well. So you got to just wait and see. Steelers do a good job at finding receivers and flipping them and making them very good, especially with the ones they draft in their system. So just hold off and we'll wait off and see what happens. But this is all I got for today's video. If you guys like this video, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll probably see you guys most likely tomorrow discussing some stuff ahead of the preseason things. But yeah, you probably can catch me on some more Steelers stuff and more NFL news in general on my other channel, the Arsenal D.B. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.